Hi guys, welcome to a lesson on bars and barlines. So behind you you'll see I've put a big drumming stave on a wee whiteboard, and the stave is basically the one line that runs right across the page like that. That's your stave there. Okay? And you'll know by now that in pipe band drumming we only write either above the line or below the line for our notes. Okay? And you should know by now that if the note is above the line, it is on the right hand. If it is below the line, it's played on the left hand. Now, before we write music, we have to be able to split it into equal parts. Okay? Because if you're playing a drum score to a specific tune, it's going to have a specific length of the tune. Not so much speed, but the tune's going to be a certain length. And we need to be able to write the music in a way that we understand how long it is. So if we're writing a drum score to a specific tune, that needs to match. So the pipes tune and the drum score, they don't look the same, okay, but they're written very similarly. So you can tell exactly, say, the pipe tune, this bit here, the drum score here is going to be played to whatever that part of the pipe tune is. So that's why we split the music up. So we're going to talk about the stave, which we already have, which is the long line that goes all the way across. And when you see drum music, it's not just one line, it's going to be quite a lot of lines. Okay, you might find a drum score with 10 lines, could be a drum score with just 2 lines. Okay, it might be quite a short score. But that is the stave, and that is where the music is written upon. And you'll see all these wee lines here. We're going to talk about them just now. So the first one we had was the stave here on the staff, and all we got here. Hopefully you can see that. Yes you can, yes you can. So that's the line that goes all the way along the music. And it's the line in which tells us, snare drummers, whether a note is on the right hand or the left hand. Okay? So now we're going to talk about these lines going up and down. Okay? They're called bar lines. And I'm going to write a wee arrow. We'll go for this one here. That's a bar line. All a bar line is, textbook answer, is a short vertical line placed on the staff which helps split the music into equal metric portions. Okay, so non-textbook answer, basically a line splitting the music into equal parts, or splitting the stave into equal parts. Almost like when you slice a cake into equal pieces, everyone gets an equal slice of the cake. And it's just written there. And on this line, or this line of music, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bar lines. Okay, some sheets of music you might have more, some you might have less. Some bits of music you might see they've got rid of these two. Certainly when you're writing complex exercises, they might get rid of these two, okay, and make the music really big in these spaces here, just so it's really, really clear for you to see. Okay, so those are your bar lines. And then you might be thinking, well, he speaks about bars. Okay, not the bars that you go drinking in. Bars are the space between 2 bar lines, and that is the textbook answer, believe it or not, for what a bar is. What is a bar? A bar is the space between 2 bar lines. So say you've got this bar line here, this bar line here, this is the bar. That is a bar, also a bar, also a bar. So using that logic, can you tell me, or have a think, how many bars are on this line of music? Have a little think to yourself whilst I write this out. Okay, you should have guessed it. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 bars in this line of music. So if you were playing a drum score and your teacher turned round to you and said, right, let's go through the 3rd bar. That's it there. Okay, that's the 3rd bar there. That's the one that they're talking about. They might say, right, let's play the first 2 bars. Boom, boom. Those 2. let's play the third and fourth bar. Boom, boom. Let's play just the fourth bar. Boom. Okay, that is your bar. So to recap, we had the stave and the staff, which is the long vertical line in which the music is written upon. We've had our bar lines, which is a short vertical line placed on the staff, which splits the music into equal metric portions. And then we had our bars, which is the space between the two bar lines. And when we go into more depth on music writing, that's when everything will not make more sense, but having a good understanding or a strong understanding of bar lines, bars and the staff, everything becomes a lot easier. And we'll talk quickly about repeat marks. So you'll have seen them as well. So say we've got loads of music in here and we're wanting to play it twice. Okay, so we need to use repeat marks for that. So to make a repeat mark, I'll get my ruler. All you do at the end is make it a double bar line. Like that. And 2 dots there. So that's your double bar line there. I'll make the dots a little bit thicker. I'll try and make the line a bit thicker because I can see on the video it's a little bit shiny just because of the way the light is. There. So there's my double bar line at the end, and I'm going to put one here at the start. And again, I'll try and make this one thicker for you so you can see it easier. And that's it there. So that now tells me that this line of music is to be repeated. And they're called repeat marks. Like that. So say you're wanting to play the music, but you're not wanting to repeat it. Okay, you're just going to play that line of music, not repeat it. You still need to show, using the bar lines, where the start and the end of that part is. Okay, so all you would do, if you're not wanting to repeat it, is get rid of the double dots. Like that. Now, these double bar lines tell you that that is the start of the piece of music and that is the end of the piece of music. So say you're playing just one line of music, that's how you show the start and the end. You might find the whole part of the tune that you're writing or you're playing is 2 lines. So you would have your double bar line there, and then the next double bar line, if you had a staff along here, exact same as the top, your next double bar line would actually be there. Okay, so imagine you had the exact same again. Your second double bar line wouldn't be here, it'd be at the end, exactly at the end. Okay, so just to recap, and I'm going to draw the double bar line back up again for you. So to recap our bars and bar lines lesson, we had the stave, which is the horizontal line which runs across the full page, and that the stave is what the notes are written upon. Above the line right hand, below the line left hand. In fact, I'll show you that very quickly. Let's say I'm just going to write 2 crotchets. Crotchet 1, crotchet 2 for the banter. So that's literally just right, left. In some forms of music you might see I put an R and an L there. Okay, that's just giving you, it's a gimme almost, just showing you that that's where, that's above the line's the right hand and below the line is the left hand. So that's the stave, and then we've got bar lines, which was the short vertical lines written on the stave, and then the bar line was used to split the music into equal metric portions, okay, or to split it into equal parts. And then the last one was the bar. So we had 1 bar, 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars on that line of music. And the bar is basically the space between two bar lines, or the measured content between two bar lines, okay, if you want to be pedantic. Okay? And then we spoke about the double bar lines. The double bar line was there to show you the start and the end of a piece of music. If you wanted that piece of music to be repeated, which you will get asked about in your tests, you put 2 dots there and make sure one's above the line, one's below the line. The 2 dots are called repeat marks, okay? And then the repeat marks indicate that everything between the 2 repeat marks is to be repeated, funnily enough, hence the name repeat marks, okay? So you would play that piece of music twice. And if anyone has any questions about anything covered in the Bars and Barlines lesson, then give me a shout.